Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we explore the darkest and most perplexing mysteries that continue to baffle investigators and true crime enthusiasts. Today we're diving into one of the most famous unsolved cases in American history, the Zodiac Killer. Between December 1968 and October 1969, a serial killer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area. He called himself the Zodiac and claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders. His identity remains unknown, making this case a true crime legend. Let's start with the timeline of the known attacks. On December 20th, 1968, the Zodiac shot and killed Betty Lou Jensen and David Arthur Faraday, a young couple parked in a car in Vallejo, California. Just over 6 months later, on July 4th, 1969, he struck again, shooting Darlene Ferrin and Michael McGee in another car in Vallejo. McGee survived, but Ferrin did not. The Zodiac wasn't done. On September 27th, 1969, he stabbed Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard while they were picnicking at Lake Berryessa. Both were seriously injured, but Hartnell survived and later described his attacker. Then, on October 11th, 1969, the Zodiac shot and killed San Francisco cab driver Paul Stine. What made the Zodiac killer stand out was his communication with the police and the media. He sent letters to newspapers, taking credit for the murders and taunting authorities with cryptic messages. He even included symbols like a crosshair, which became his signature. One of his most chilling letters included a cipher, a coded message, that challenged readers to decode it. In 1969, one cipher was solved, revealing a message that said, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all." Another cipher was partially solved in 2020, but many remain unsolved to this day. Over the years, thousands of people have been named as possible suspects, but none have been conclusively identified as the Zodiac. One of the most famous suspects was Arthur Lee Allen, who lived in Vallejo at the time of the murders. He had a history of suspicious behavior, but DNA evidence and other factors eventually ruled him out. In recent years, another suspect has come to light, Gary Francis Post. In 2021, a group of private investigators called the Case Breakers claimed that Post, who died in 2018, was the Zodiac killer. They pointed to physical evidence, like a boot print and a watch, as well as Post's military background and access to weapons. However, law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, have not confirmed this identification, and the case remains open. Even in 2025, the Zodiac killer case continues to fascinate people. A new book by Michael Butterfield was released in May 2025, offering fresh perspectives on the case. Additionally, the documentary Zodiac Killer Project premiered at the Sundance Film Festival earlier this year, exploring the legend and its impact on popular culture. Despite decades of investigation, countless theories and new developments, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains one of the greatest mysteries in true crime history. The case has inspired books, movies, and endless online discussions, but the victims and their families are still waiting for justice. If you have any information about the Zodiac Killer or any other unsolved case, please contact your local authorities. Even the smallest detail could be the key to solving a cold case. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who are interested in true crime mysteries. Stay curious and stay safe.